We have an announcement finally on whether cell phones cause cancer. It's something that could affect all of us and our children. Scientists from the World Health Organization have been reviewing studies for the last week or so.
The World Health Organization says that the radiation from mobile devices like cell phones is a possible carcinogen to humans. This is a very big deal because you and I have done segments about this before. Sure. It has gone back and forth. And this is really the first time that a large group, and it doesn't get any more sort of prestigious in many ways than the WHO, to say that it's a possible carcinogen. It puts it in the company of several other kinds of things. And so I want to tell you what it is, and I think that might give people an idea of what we're talking about. It puts it in the company of things like lead is also a possible carcinogen, according to the WHO, as well as engine exhaust and chloroform.
Sanjay, your report is, I've already started using an earpiece. I've completely changed the way I've used my cell phone. I try not to carry it in my pocket. But I think the thing that surprised me most and really kind of caught my attention the most, which I hadn't realized, is that the manufacturers actually tell people in the instruction manual, which I'd never read, not to put the cell phone against your ear.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising to us as well. We came upon that particular fact a little bit into the investigation. We've been talking to the safety experts, talking to people who are dealing with cell phone safety quite a bit. And then when you read the actual insert that people never read, frankly, that comes with the phone, it does say exactly that. There's the BlackBerry, for example, warns to keep your phone at least 0.98 inches away from the body when transmitting, and the iPhone 4 gives a similar warning as well. It's tough to do, obviously. What is interesting here, Anderson, if you dig a little bit deeper into this, what you find is that there is a certain amount of radiation that is considered the FCC limit. But that limit is sort of dictated by having the phone about an inch away from your head. If you move it closer to your head, they say they can no longer guarantee that your phone isn't emitting more radiation than the FCC limit, which is just stunning to me. So all those limits are only based on literally, having your phone a certain distance away from your head.
And I mean, I've been walking down the street watching people using their cell phones now. I have not seen one single person have it away. I mean, like everybody else. I mean, they're using it like I used it, which is like press as hard as you possibly can against your ear.
And here's the particularly bad thing about that. People pushing it really hard against their ear, in part because you may not have a good signal, you can't hear as well. That's in fact what we learned the worst time to be doing that, and here's why. Your phone is not always giving off the same amount of radiation. If you have a poor signal, if you're having a hard time hearing the person, in fact your phone is trying to compensate for that. Your phone is doing, trying to give you a better signal, and in the process of doing that, it is emitting even perhaps more radiation.
Ever put a cell phone to your ear, you should listen to what neurosurgeon Dr. Keith Black has to say.
There's no way to say that cell phone use is safe. I think that the public has a right to know that there could be a potential risk. The public generally assumes that if one is selling something on the market, that we have had assurances that that device is safe.
To be clear, Dr. Black's message is at odds with headlines from the largest international study on cell phones and cancer. Their conclusion, little or no evidence cell phones are associated with brain tumors. But if you look just one layer deeper into the appendix of that same study, and you'll see something unsettling. Turns out participants in the study who used a cell phone for 10 years or more had doubled the rate of brain glioma, a type of tumor.
Don't keep them in your pocket. Don't keep your cell phone in your pocket. Why?
Because the effect of the radio frequency waves resides, and no matter where it is. And there's a study recently from the Cleveland Clinic showing, guess what? You can actually affect the sperm in males with these devices. So if you have an option of putting it in the purse or not keeping it on your body, take advantage of it. If every once in a while you got to put it on your belt, fine. But this should not be, again, a part of your dressing every day.